Long before Gen Z and Gen Alpha turned to ChatGPT and other bots to feel just a little less lonely and to feel heard, people talked to the OG AI psychotherapist, Eliza. The interesting part is that she wasn't even built to be a psychotherapist. Back in 1966, Eliza was created by an MIT professor, Joseph Weizenbaum. She was named after Eliza Doolittle from the play Pygmalion or the adapted film My Fair Lady to indicate that she could be improved or made to appear more civilized with more users and teachers improving her. Which just goes to say that she was a simple bot and not very well trained. In fact, the biggest difference between her and today's bot is that she worked on a set of rules and did not actually learn anything, meaning that she was pretending to be AI without actually being AI. In brief, this was her mechanism. Whenever the user of the Eliza software entered an input, a program would scan each word of the input to find the best keyword or a word that could be used to eventually create a reply. After finding it, Eliza's code would check every decomposition rule or sentence structure associated with that keyword to find the best match to the input. She would further use one of the replies connected to the decomposition rule and display it. For example, if the user said, "I know you hate me," Eliza would choose you as a keyword, take dash you dash me as the sentence structure, and reply with, "What makes you think I hate you?" Professor Weizenbaum developed many more intricate details that made her seem like someone who the user could have an emotional connect with. For instance, when the user did not say anything significant, like a rudimentary yes or she would pick out a sentence that she stored earlier in the conversation to pretend that she cared. For instance, she could say, "Earlier you said your brother was crazy," or "Let's discuss further why your brother is crazy." You may have observed that she had the same way of questioning as a therapist would. But as you may have also realized by now, this happened because of architectural and technical deficiencies and not intent. However, she was a pioneer in the field of conversational AI, and the article written on her by Professor Weizenbaum is a must read. I'll put a link to the paper in the description or in a pinned comment.